Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. When we last left off, we were working on a little bit of a redesign of the base here that I'm hoping will sort of future-proof us a little bit against just generally death, despair, and all kinds of unpleasantness. Though time will tell on that particular front, so I have high hopes. But things could still go absolutely apeshit wrong, so we'll find out. Now, the reason I left these blank, I believe, was so I could stick these beautiful little sculpty thingies in here. Because, I mean, people like art even in here. Now, I can't put art here. Again, if I had made these rooms bigger, I probably could. But then again, sculpting bricks also work, and I guess to a certain extent, if I just accepted using sculpting blocks instead, plus, what is the difference between these? +5, I'm assuming that's a base at a 6-tile radius versus +5 on an 8-tile radius. So as it turns out, maybe even these sculpting blocks would have been the better call anyway, which means there was no need to kind of F this up. Oh well. Important thing is that it worked out at the end of the day. Probably. So, yeah. We'll get rid of these, we'll build some beds. Oh, these guys finally destroyed that stuff. Excellent. Let's take a quick report here. See how things are going. We are actually still making a net loss when it comes to oxygen. That saddens me, I'll be honest with you. Let's see here. Well, I suppose part of the issue is we just need to be better. We need to upgrade to better stuff. Such as, what is this? A hydrogen generation. Power source that converts hydrogen into electricity. That's useful. There is also a water purifier, electrolyzer, oxygen in water, a biodistiller. That sounds like it'll be pretty useful. Air scrubber, filters carbon dioxide and removes it from the air. So that's, I assume, basically a better version of the algae terrarium. And I assume this is just the better version of the, what is it? The base oxygen thing, the algae oxidizer, I'm assuming it's called. What else do we got here? Thermal regulator, hydrofan, we have our better cooking stuff. So, oh, this is done. Have I actually even unlocked ever research? I have not, because I am an idiot. Well, let's at least get the basic research done for some of the other stuff while we're at it. That way our science can at least get done. And we'll also fabricate some lice loaf in there. I don't wonder to myself if I should use the infinite or if I should just use the, I kind of hope that there is eventually an option at it, like make until you have it. Of course, I also, here's another thing, because I've never really paid attention to this, but with these mush bars, like if I ran out of materials, would I just start making the next thing in the queue? Or would it kind of be stuck there and I'd have to manually remove it? I'm pretty sure it is the ladder there. I'd have to manually remove it based on my own understanding of these things. Let's also take another look at jobs, because excuse me. Keep opening extra tabs here. Like, let's see here. You're a good digger, you're a good cook, and no art. I don't want anyone who is not good at art doing art. Compost. I have read that compost doesn't really do much in this particular version of the game. I don't know how true that is, but we'll find out as we get down there. I'll let Tilly do research as well, because she is kind of good at it, and we are eventually going to have 2 research machines, so it might be efficient to get multiple people doing stuff. I wonder if, like RimWorld, your harvesting ability, or your ability to get, like, harvestable, or, like, how much you get from a harvest has anything to do with your, like, skill at said ability. We'll let everyone sweep, I guess, because anything that lets people generate more athletic skill might be a good idea. Though, again, it's kind of a balancing game, because once people get too high leveled, then eventually, then their demands for, I guess with that in mind, yeah, once their demands for doing certain stuff, namely, or their demands for decor, that's what I'm getting at here, Like, it eventually just gets completely out of control, from what I understand, and we don't want that happening. So, we must be careful about such things. Yes, get some more decor going right there. Excellent. I might have to move these things around eventually in order to see if we can get something better going here. But we do have some art, so we'll be practicing art. It'll be better, it'll be good, everything should work out. We also want a proper mess hall. That should be another big objective of ours. Of course, then again, you know what? I'm going to get rid of these sculpting blocks, and I'm going to do to this room what I did to this room, and we'll make it no, this is going to be our mess room, right? So, if we just have our mess tables, let's see here. So we want something like this. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is here, which means that last light is there, which means I think I want it there in order to, like, make sure there's maximum light in this room. Alright, and that is 6, which is more than what we have for people, so that should work out quite nicely. Then for decor, we will also do this, just art everywhere, and we'll figure out everything else later. I mean, I guess I didn't even need to make this that big. Let's look at temperature again. Temperature is good. These plants are growing nicely, everything is fine. They're actually really close to water. That's good. Another actual thing I noticed that is pretty cool is if I have just like a small amount of water that's able to get to these things, then I don't actually have to do anything. At least as far as providing these things with water. Which works out rather nice. Ooh, a masterpiece right off the bat. Really? Is our best artist really that good? That's a 5, so I guess it was kind of a luck of the draw sort of thing. But it worked out, and that's good. Now, we do have a lot of stuff queued up, so I think I should probably just calm down for a moment. And interrupted sleep. Why do you keep getting interrupted sleep? Is there someone, There's someone here who still doesn't have, a turner. You can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have enough. In fact, apparently the optimal number of duplicants is about 8, from what I hear. Now, we're still producing a net negative of oxygen, so as we keep going, this is actually going to get continuously, well, worse for us, so we probably want at least... I guess it might not be a bad idea to pump out a couple of these, but if I recall, yeah, decor. Yeah, these oxidizers are negative 11. So these guys really don't like them. But we do kind of need them. So maybe I'll put an oxidizer up here. Well, maybe I shouldn't have it right next to the stress reducer. But then again, it's reducing your stress, so you're probably going to be fine. And maybe the microbe... How does the microbe musher count? It is a negative 16. So we don't actually want the micro musher near... Let's also harvest these meal lice here. We don't actually want the micro musher too close to where people are eating, because we want people to be happy while they're eating. We want people to live in peace and harmony. And it also occurs to me the science area, not necessarily so good having it right here like this. And again, this is going to be pretty much all storage at this point. And yeah, I mean, it looks like everything is mostly okay. And there's some amounts of CO2. Now, something I could do to help get rid of some of this extra CO2 would be putting gas-permeable tiles here so that all the CO2 will just kind of fall. But then again, maybe I won't do that. I'm pretty sure if I just eventually just have... actually, I have it right now, don't I? Yeah, if I just have a gas pipe, this will... Or a gas pump, I guess. This should eventually, like, suck it out. Then again, it might be a better idea to just actually have something here that causes all the CO2 to fall down. But another thing to keep in mind is that, unlike regular tile, gas-permeable tiles lower decor. So whoever gets the unlucky bunk right here will be kind of pissed about it. But then again, might be a good idea. We still have a lot of work to do, so I don't know why I keep queuing up increasingly more jobs. Probably because I'm a madman, but, alright, I get that. And then again, getting this stress... Well, then again, Turner's stress is starting to go up. Let's look at Turner now. Mr. Turner. There you are. Why do you seem to be in such a bad situation here? Let's see, 0.25 per second. Going up pretty high there. Lower decor. Where is Turner? Because you're not happy here? Really? What is your decor expectation again? I wasn't paying attention when I first looked at it. 45? Are you high? Probably. You see, this is why we need to get work done. Yeah, let's prioritize all the work. Again, if you make everything super high priority, nothing gets done. But dang gummit, I am going to get everything done. Eventually. Probably. It is conceivable. We also probably need more oxygen. Because we are still kind of running out on that. Let's also... Everything that is not currently a 9 will be an 8. Gotta try. How's Nadia doing? What is your decor expectation? It is 0. And you're telling me that is... Wait. I don't get this. The decor here is 50 frickin' 7. And yours is going up. Why is it going up? Can I get... Or... Oh, no, your decor rating is going... I'm looking at the wrong thing. Stress is going down. Same with you, right? Yeah, decor is way up. Stress is going down. In fact, it's at 0. Though I assume it's at 0 for everyone as they're asleep, right? Oh, no, never mind. Alright, so some people have a lot higher expectations. Are you kidding me, Tilly? Are you kidding me? Alright, maybe I should lower your... Like, are you doing nothing but sitting in that? Apparently. Nothing's getting done. Because Tilly, who is pretty good at a lot of stuff, is just not doing work. Alright, that is a bad thing, especially because I think she's the cook. So, if the cook is not cooking, then God help us all. Let's also up this, because we do need this stuff to get built, dang gummit. Yes, good job, Peijing. Just a whole bunch of masterpieces. I assume eventually there'll be like just more alternate versions of these so that, you know, you get a bit of variety in here. Instead of just, you know, a million identical portraits of the same duplicant. I can't think of a good pun for describing this individual. But the important thing is that things are going not bad. And generally speaking, for me, if things are going not bad, then they are going good. And if they are going good, then I am a happy man. Alright, so let's just slow things down a little bit. And we are getting some work done here. Is there a way I could make this grow faster, I wonder? Let's see. Change per cycle. 3.2 cycles. Domestic growth, 20%. I wonder. You know what? That is probably what fertilizer is for. If I had fertilizer, the stuff would grow faster. Maybe I should just have, like, all of these. Because now here's the thing. I don't exactly know what the ideal ratio of, oh, what am I trying to say here? Of, like, food, or I guess kilocalories per duplicant is. So let's take a look at that, actually. I mean, let's see. Calories. So you go through 25 a day. That's not the same with everyone. Like, there's different needs here, is there not? 22. 23. I wonder if it has anything to do with their activity level, or, like, 27. What are your stats? Are you one of those, like, super hungry people? I don't know. It would be useful if hovering over this would explain why. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Burning calories. Okay, so let's just round up and say that I need about, let's say 28 kilocalories, or 2,800 kilocalories per person. How many kilocalories is one thing of meal lice? Actually, does it mention that? Let's see. Info. No, that's the microbe musher. Alright. I guess, what do I have in here? We have 3,000 grams of lice loaf. Okay, but can I click on the lice loaf to see what it's worth? This is kind of annoying. I want to see this information so I can do some future breakdowns on things. Why does this keep popping up? What did I do? I don't know. Also, the reason for this is because I do want to eventually have people able to dig down into the depths here. Also, this puffed, what does it do exactly? Let's see. It's got 25 health. Is it dying? Extremely buoyant, non-aggressive species rids itself of excess pathogens by excreting lumps of slime with each breath. So, bear with me now. Algae can be created from slime. Puffs create slime. What do I need to start a puffed farm? These are the questions. I don't know. I assume I don't want one of these things just randomly running through my base. But, I mean, there's very toxic air here. Let's keep some... let's pay some attention to what that thing's doing. We'll figure it out. We'll get some answers here. Oh, this is also not hooked up to anything. Oof. And there we go. And again, let's prioritize things a bit. Want all this stuff built. This would be nice. And also to paint this. Now, I guess to some extent here, once we have like all this super art, we don't even need the artist anymore, do we? Oh, we can also recruit a new person. Let's see. Who is someone who is really good? I mean, you're pretty good, but again, we might want to hold out for someone who actually like has really high strength. Because from what I understand, as you can see, their strength determines your carrying weight. So the more someone can carry, overall, the fewer trips they need to make. And overall, like, it breaks down into a math problem, I imagine, based on, you know, if duplicate A can carry X amounts of, or X kilograms of whatever, and he can do it, you know, make like Y trips in Z seconds, where he's, yeah, you get the idea, I think, of where I'm going with that. Whereas if someone can carry, I don't know, like 2X worth of something, and do it in, I don't know, half Y or like 1/3 Y or whatever, we can start really playing around. And it doesn't even have to be Y, it could be different, you know, different variables here. You know, but basically, if someone can carry twice as much but someone can carry half as much in twice the time, I mean, again, that would basically, they'd be moving the same amount in the same time. But, you know, it kind of plays behind that, because the person who can carry twice as much but, you know, compared to the guy who can move half as much in half the time, the guy who can carry twice as much will eventually, as he levels his athletic skill, eventually be able to effectively carry, like, it gets better. You know, you sort of, the more you can, I'm belaboring the point. I think you guys get it. Like, you've all probably figured out what I'm trying to say, and I can't actually get the words out, so we'll just kind of, oh, right, duplicate. You know what, I think we'll reject them all again. Like, we'll wait for some really good rolls to come in here. Also, yeah, food shortage. No one is cooking right now. Let's make this a 9 priority. I had it as a 4. I'm an idiot. Is Tilly just living on this thing? Alright, Tilly is down to, like, almost nothing. So Turner, and I'm gonna move this down to a 5. Once you've done other stuff, then you can... Alright, there we go. Let's get to work here. Like, good God, people. Also, max priority that. Again, bad idea to be just making everything maximum priority, but, it does seem to be somehow working. I don't know how. But do these guys just lazily sit around doing nothing until I say, hey, make this a max priority job? Maybe. That's entirely possible. Stupid lazy workers. Alright, now we're making positive oxygen again. Though considering the fact I haven't even hooked this up yet, I'm not entirely sure what I have done that is improving our oxygen situation. Could just be these are suddenly doing a better job. Oh, maybe it's just all the CO2 is falling down here. Now, you see, that's another interesting situation here. Because if there's no CO2, then these algae terrariums aren't actually doing anything. Like, for instance, these ones right here, I don't think are actually doing anything, and yet they are still consuming stuff, so... Gains a minor efficiency boost in direct light. Oh, so there actually is a good reason for lighting stuff up. I see. Other than, like, here. Interesting. It also occurs to me I'll probably want to make, like, a dedicated battery room somewhere. I don't know where yet. But, at some point we are going to want to dig out some nice, shapely, forms here. So, we are going to have to figure that one out. What's this? Mealwood seed. Right. Sweeping is going to be maximum priority. If there's anything lying on the floor anywhere in this colony, I want it swept up and put into the proper hole. Also, these are worth decor, aren't they? Yeah. And that's what I can fit right here. We will put... it's under food, right? Yeah, ration box. We'll put the ration box right here. And we'll also make it, again, max priority. And again, making everything max priority makes nothing max priority. So let's see. Total decor here is about 125. Wait, what is 125? Oh, okay. Wait, and this is only 103. What's going on here? Masterpiece times 5, masterpiece times 5. Oh. Wait. Oh, the game... Well, it doesn't quite reach. But, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, and once I clear these 4... So yeah, I am going to want to tear these down and kind of shift them to make them so I could just have straight portraits everywhere. Just lining the walls. Beautiful. It's going to work out very nice. We're going to have the best colony. Best colony of all time. Oh, you know why we're not getting anything done? It's because we probably don't have any copper. So let's put in a quick, again, you know, have to make everything max priority here. Yeah, let's try not to destroy this. Of course, this is a vacuum, isn't it? Yeah. Which is not bad, it just means that oxygen is going to slowly filter into this. Which may not necessarily be what we want. But... well, it basically just means that there's more space for the oxygen to inhabit. So, technically that means we need to produce more oxygen in order to fill the same amount of space. Though, once we get doors that allow us to lock things down, then we don't really need to worry about that quite as much. So, yeah. We'll figure it out, I guess, is where I am going with that one. Well, actually, if I really want to micromanage this, I can make sure that people kind of break down some of the lower stuff first. Or the higher stuff first, because we don't actually... we want to make sure we can reach this stuff. So let's make the stuff down here an 8 instead. That way they'll dig up, and then they'll dig down. Makes a lot of sense in my mind. And we'll want to build, like, scaffolding and other stuff. Actually, let's make everything after that initial bit a 7. And once we have this, we'll basically have all the copper we need for the foreseeable future, probably. And I think everything's going to work out. We do probably still want some fertilizer. That'll be a good thing to have when we get it. Like, as you can see, there is some contaminated oxygen. In fact... yeah, now the contaminated oxygen might be floating up into the bedroom, so we might want another thing here, and maybe hope that all the contaminated oxygen gets trapped until we get around to researching all the stuff. This is our research, right? Oh, right, we haven't actually got around to... right, we still have a lot to do. Lots of stuff going on. I'm going to turn this off for the time being, disable. Alright, it is also time to wrap this episode up for now. So, before things get too frantic, I would just like to say thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button or maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking. And I will see you all in the next video.